Hey, hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome to another movie review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing Rampage, and as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of this movie to explain you what the movie is about, and in case you didn't watch it and you don't want to get spoiled, one big spoiler alert across the screen. Just click away from this video or something if you don't want to get spoiled or whatever. But if you are interested in my review and you want to hear my opinions and thoughts about this movie, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Rampage is a science fiction slash action movie that came out this year. I watched it a few days ago, and it's a movie that looked attractive since I watched the trailer for it. It looked like a cool action slash science fiction movie. And in my opinion, that's exactly what it was. So in story of Rampage, we follow our main character Davis, that is played by The Rock, a very well-known actor from Fast and Furious, for example, and a bunch of other movies. And he's main character in this movie together with Dr. Kate. And movie starts off by showing a space scene where one woman is trapped in a space station, and there is a giant rat killing people around the space station, and she's not allowed to leave a space station until she secures samples that they use to make that mutant rat or whatever. And she was ordered to do that by Clary and Brad Whedon, which are basically two main villains in this movie. So basically what they've been doing on that space station is that they've been doing some sort of experiments with some very weird chemicals that apparently if they get in touch with animals, they somehow get bigger and they just mutate into giant creatures with a bunch of different mutations. And in the beginning of the movie we can see that space station crashing and the woman securing those samples, but she doesn't make it back to Earth because she dies on her way back, but samples somehow stay intact and made their way to the Earth because they were designed to survive the fall from the space. And basically what happens when pieces of the space station fall on the Earth, some of these pieces fall around national parks where there is a bunch of different animals. So there is basically a wolf that comes and sniffs that chemical and gets infected by it. Then there is a crocodile that eats one of these chemicals, and there is main creature George, which is albino gorilla that's been raised by Davis. Now the way he met that gorilla is interesting because in Africa albinos have really big price, and basically Davis worked as a security guard against people who were hunting endangered species. And he saved George from these bad people that apparently killed his mother, and he basically adopted the gorilla, albino gorilla, and raised it himself. But unfortunately, just like other two animals, George also got infected by that weird chemical. And through the movie we can see him grow and get all these mutations. And at the first, Davis is really panicking. He doesn't know what to do, what is going on, or what really happened, and he tries to figure out what is going on. And then he meets Dr. Kate, and she explains to him that she was actually the one that worked for Clary and Brad, and that she was actually the one that made that chemical. And she explains to Davis what is going on and why is George getting so big and all these mutations. And then through the movie we can see George, of course, grow, and that's where actually things start going down. Because after some time that crocodile and the wolf that sniffed that chemical, they also got big, and what they actually wanted to do, Clary and Brad wanted those animals to bring those animals to themselves so they can take samples of their blood or whatever, so they can keep doing their experiments and turn it into weapons and make the business and money out of it. So what they do is basically turn on a giant antenna that will apparently somehow bring those creatures to them, and the plan was for them to get those creatures killed by the soldiers so they can just take the samples from their blood and continue their experiments and weaponize that chemical and just make a bunch of money on it. And of course, Davis and Dr. Kate are two heroes that are actually trying to stop them from doing that. That's pretty much the whole story of this movie. It's just basically science fiction slash action movie about giant gorilla, giant crocodile, and giant wolf fighting. That's pretty much it. So story of the movie is not really that interesting, but for a movie like that, I think it's okay and it's not bad. Characters were interesting, I gotta say. It was better than some movies that type that I watched. This one was not bad at all. I actually enjoyed all the action and everything. You know, it's always fun to see all those cool CGI effects and those action scenes and things going boom, of course. But at some points I really got annoyed by, you know, destruction of the city. You know, you can see that giant gorilla fighting that giant wolf and crocodile, and there is so many ironic things about this movie. For example, they're trying to evacuate the whole city and to save as many people as possible, while in the same time there is a giant gorilla, crocodile, and wolf that are mutated and completely unnatural by their size, completely destructing the city, destroying everything in front of them, and so many people is just going to die. You know, there is pretty much no salvation for these people. You can try to evacuate them, but it's not gonna work. But still, somehow they try to evacuate them, and that's something that was maybe a little bit annoying to me, to see all these buildings collapse and everything through the movie. Half of the city is freaking destroyed. It felt like watching Transformers just with giant gorilla, wolf, and crocodile. You know, that's how I had a feeling. But okay, I guess that this movie wouldn't make much sense without all these buildings collapsing and all those special effects. It just wouldn't be fun. And this is again just one of those movies that is just meant to be fun to watch, and it sure is. I really had a lot of fun watching that movie. Like I said, the story is nothing really special, but it's also not bad. I love how they put The Rock into the main character perspective, and the way he played the main character, you know, is just really good, because he's just a big muscle guy, and it really fits to him, you know, to assign a role like that to a actor like that. And it fits perfectly with that character, in my opinion. The acting was really good, and he did really a good job. Another thing that was really stupid and annoying about this movie is that at one point of the movie, main character gets shot, and he like collapses on the ground, and because he's in pain and everything, obviously, because he just got shot by a bullet from like 1 meter away, and then 5 minutes later he's back in the fight, and it's like nothing happened to him. It's like he was never shot. He's fully functional. There is no pain, nothing. It's like never happened to him. And that was something that was really annoying to see, honestly. But again, this is just a movie that was meant to be fun to watch, and if you analyze it too much, that's when it's actually gonna get worse. It's just one of those movies that you shouldn't analyze too much, because it's just a movie that's meant to be fun to watch, and just enjoy it for what it is. I'm gonna say that I got from this movie what I expected. Story is, like I said, not really the best, but it's not also bad. It was interesting. I do enjoyed it. Movie at some points makes you wonder what's gonna happen next, and you just can't wait to see those action scenes and what's gonna happen. You just keep asking yourself, are they gonna cure George, or are they gonna bring him to normal size or not? And you know, you ask yourself a few interesting questions while watching this movie. And I don't know, in general, it's just a movie that's meant to be fun to watch, and that's it. Nothing really special, but it was not bad either. It was okay. I would like give it a middle rating if you ask me. So it's a good movie to sit and watch, to kill your time, or watch it with your friends or family. It's just that kind of a movie that you can sit and watch with your family and friends, and you can all have fun and enjoy that movie. It's just that type of a movie, honestly. So yeah, these were my opinions and thoughts on Rampage, and let me know down below in the comments what are your opinions and thoughts about this movie, and how did you like it if you watched it. And before I end this video, I just want to say Merry Christmas to everyone who is celebrating it, and happy 2019 year. I wish you all the best, guys, to you and your family, friends, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, you know. Just I hope you're having a great time, and I really wish you all the best in your life and next 2019 year. And in case you enjoyed this review, then go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe if you want. If you don't want to, you don't have to, it's totally fine. You can join my Chris Facebook group, link is down below in the description. I post all kind of stuff in that group, but again, if you want to join, join. If you don't want to, it's totally fine. And if you have any questions, leave them on my as.fm, link is down below in the description. Also, if you want to, if you don't want to, you don't have to, it's perfectly fine. So yeah, I love you guys, thank you for all of your support, you mean a lot to me. Thanks for watching, and I'll definitely see you in the next videos. Chris out.